My biological dad passed away when I was very young. While other kids were still getting piggyback rides and being picked up from school by their fathers, I was already learning how to fall asleep to the sound of my mother crying quietly beside me. Eventually, my mom remarried. My stepdad was a quiet man, reserved, calm, but there was a warmth in his eyes that never made me feel afraid. From the day I moved into his house with my mom, my life changed completely. Besides my mom and stepdad, the house was home to his 2 sons from a previous marriage. They were a few years older than me, and from day one, they made it clear I wasn't welcome. Maybe to them, I was just the outsider, someone who didn't belong. They picked on me constantly, both with their words and their actions. Once, I accidentally spilled a glass of water at the dinner table. They dumped a bowl of rice on me in front of everyone. My stepdad spoke up, just a few words to defend me, but I could tell how hard it was for him, stuck between his own sons and a child who wasn't his by blood. Still, not once did he treat me like I didn't matter. Quietly, in his own way, he always looked out for me. I remember one night when I got sick, it was him who ran out to buy medicine in the middle of a storm. When I was preparing to leave for college, he didn't say much, just slipped an envelope of money into my desk drawer with a note: "Study hard. Make something of yourself." Growing up in that environment taught me how to be patient, how to stay quiet. But deep down, I never forgot the way he cared, silently, without asking for anything in return. In a childhood without a father, his quiet love was the warmth that got me through. Years later, when I got married, my stepdad gave me a small apartment as a wedding gift. It was still in his name, but he told me, "Think of it as something from your dad to his daughter." I was overwhelmed. For the first time, I truly felt like I belonged, like I had a real family, but happiness didn't last long. My mom fell ill and passed away not long after. Losing her felt like losing the last anchor in my life. I didn't want to go back to that house anymore. My stepbrothers, who had always resented me, now made it even clearer that I didn't belong. I knew it was only a matter of time before they pushed me out for good. Then, one day, my stepdad called. He asked me to come by and told me he needed the apartment back. I was speechless. I knew the deed was in his name, and maybe his sons had pressured him. I didn't argue. I handed him the keys and walked away, thinking that maybe whatever bond we had was now gone too. But a few days later, he asked to meet me at a coffee shop near my place. When I showed up, he slid a bank card across the table and said, "There's enough money in there for you to buy another place. I'm sorry I couldn't keep the old one for you, but this way, I can still help. Don't tell anyone. I just want you to have somewhere to call home." He explained that his sons had forced him to reclaim the apartment. But years ago, he had secretly bought a piece of land in his name only. No one knew about it. He just sold it to give me this gift. I looked at his hands, rough, calloused, worn from a life of hard work. His eyes were calm as always, but filled with something deeper, love, maybe, or something even stronger. I couldn't hold back the tears. "Dad. Thank you." In that moment, all the anger, all the hurt, all the things I had buried inside, they just melted away. I realized he didn't owe me anything. If anything, I was the one who owed him everything. Some people might never understand, but sometimes the man who truly loves and protects you isn't the one who shares your DNA. Sometimes a father doesn't need to say much or expect anything back. He just quietly stands behind you, doing everything he can to make sure you're okay. I have nothing to give him in return but my gratitude. But I will carry his love with me forever, and one day, I'll tell my children and grandchildren about the man who taught me what unconditional love really looks like, and what it means to be truly grateful.